She lied to everyone about me, so I showed them the truth. They say cheaters never win, but some still try their hardest to twist the truth and come out on top. This is the story of how my wife accused me of cheating to cover up her own affair, and how I made sure everyone knew the truth. My name's Daniel. I'm 30 and I was married to Alicia, 29, for 4 years. We met working sales at the same company. She was charismatic, knew how to win people over instantly. I, on the other hand, hated the politics and fake smiles of the job. Eventually, I transitioned into software development, more in line with who I am, quiet, focused, and far away from people-pleasing. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and keep watching, because the best part's coming up next. Our home life was peaceful. Books, movies, quiet dinners. We weren't party people. We didn't have kids yet, but we'd been talking about it, thinking we'd try in a few months. Things were finally stable. For the first time in our marriage, money wasn't tight, and we were building something. Or so I thought. Then out of nowhere, she changed. It started subtly, a suspicious glance when I came home a little late. Too many follow-up questions when I said I was heading to the store or working late. It felt like she was waiting for me to slip up. At first, I thought maybe I was imagining it, but then it got worse. The breaking point came one random Thursday. I'd taken my car to the mechanic. Something was rattling under the hood. When I got back, Alicia was ice cold. I asked what was wrong, and she just said, "I'm fine." You know that fine that's definitely not fine. That was it. I pressed, and she snapped. "I know you weren't at the mechanic," she said, eyes blazing. "You've been sneaking around for weeks." "I'm not stupid, Daniel. I know you're cheating." I was speechless. I hadn't done anything wrong. I'd never cheated, not in this relationship or any other. I knew what it felt like. My ex in college ended things by cheating on me. Alicia knew that story. She knew how deeply I hated betrayal. When I asked her for proof, she looked me dead in the eyes and said, "I don't need proof." My intuition's never wrong. My stomach dropped. She was accusing me of something I didn't do, with no evidence, and didn't even want to see my proof I had been at the mechanic. The whole conversation was surreal. She was emotional, crying, apologizing 1 minute, and convinced of my guilt the next. I didn't know what to make of it, but after days of confusion and going over it in my head, I landed on one horrifying conclusion. She was projecting. She was accusing me because she was the one cheating. Suddenly things started clicking. Her evenings out, with friends, the sudden shift from homebody to social butterfly, her constant need to know where I was at all times. It made sense in the worst way possible. I wasn't going to sit in the dark anymore. One night while she slept, I went through her phone, and there it was, dozens of messages, him telling her she looked amazing last night, her asking when they could sneak away again. The two of them plotting how to keep me in the dark. It felt like I'd been punched in the gut. They'd been at it for months. I should have felt broken, but all I felt was rage, pure, white-hot rage, not just because she'd betrayed me, but because she'd tried to make me the villain. I started recording everything, screenshots of their texts, every time-stamped message. She didn't know that I knew, and I planned to keep it that way until I had a plan. Over the next few days, she played the perfect wife. Smiles, compliments, even trying to initiate sex, which I turned down every time. I couldn't even look at her without seeing the lies. I started avoiding her completely. She noticed. She asked what was wrong. I said nothing. Until the divorce papers were ready. When I finally handed them over, she went pale. Sat down like someone had knocked the wind out of her. "Is this because I accused you of cheating?" she asked. I told her no. That was just the surface, the real reason. I know, Alicia. I know about everything. She didn't deny it. She just buried her face in her hands and stayed silent. But then, like a slap in the face, she whispered, "Well, it's not like you didn't cheat too." I lost it. She was still clinging to that fantasy, still trying to paint me as the bad guy. I demanded proof. Show me one message, one photo, one anything that proves I cheated. She couldn't. Of course she couldn't, but she just kept saying, "You know I'm right." That's why you went through my phone number. I went through her phone because she lied to me, because I trusted her and she spit on that trust. I moved out that same day. I thought that would be the end of it, that I could put the pain behind me and heal. But no. A week later, my mom called, voice shaking. "Daniel, I heard something really upsetting today. Alicia said you cheated on her. Is it true?" She'd gone to my mother. At that moment, I stopped caring about being civil. She'd lied to everyone, our friends, our families, and made me out to be some sleazy husband who blew up a marriage because I couldn't keep it in my pants. Like what you see? Click like, hit subscribe, and stay tuned. Let's keep going. I told my mom the truth. Then I started making calls, mutual friends, my siblings, her siblings. I laid it out cleanly. Alicia cheated. I had evidence. She had nothing. Most people believed me. Some were shocked. Some said they already suspected something was off. Alicia hadn't denied it when I confronted her. But now, she was out there claiming we both cheated and it balanced out. And that's when I decided to end the lies once and for all. I waited until the divorce was finalized. My lawyer warned me not to stir the pot before then. Once it was official, I created a group chat. I added every single person Alicia had lied to. Her parents, our friends, her cousins, everyone. Then I added Alicia. I didn't scream or rant. I kept it short and factual. Since Alicia has been telling people I cheated on her, I thought it was only fair to share the truth. Here's the evidence. Alicia, feel free to share yours. Then I posted the receipts. Every message, every timestamp, every emoji, every plan to meet up. I blurred the guy's name and identifying info. This wasn't about revenge, this was about clearing my name. The group chat exploded. Her family didn't say anything publicly, but several messaged me privately. Her dad called and apologized, said he couldn't believe what she'd done. Her mom? Not so much. She scolded me for humiliating her daughter and said I should have protected her dignity. I told her. I stopped owing Alicia anything the day she broke our vows. Alicia left the group chat within minutes. Then she called me, crying and screaming. I let her vent. When she finally paused, I said, "You had your chance to tell the truth. Now everyone knows who you really are," she sobbed. Said she wished we could have talked it out. That plenty of couples survive infidelity. I told her I wasn't interested in being one of them. Once trust is gone, love dies with it. After that, I cut contact completely. I heard through mutual friends that the fallout was brutal. Her dad doesn't talk to her, her brother blocked her, most of our friends sided with me. Some of her close girlfriends stayed in her corner, but even they started keeping their distance. She went from the perfect wife to the girl who lied so hard that she destroyed every bridge behind her. As for me, I'm finally free. I moved closer to work, got back into the gym, started reconnecting with old friends. Healing wasn't instant. It never is. But each day away from her felt lighter than the last. It's crazy how someone can lie so convincingly they almost make you doubt reality. But in the end, the truth didn't just come out. It roared. and she couldn't outrun it. What's the most outrageous lie someone has told to cover their own betrayal? Let us know in the comments. And if you've been through something like this, just remember you're not alone and you're not crazy. Sometimes the best closure is letting the truth speak for itself. Thanks for watching our space. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more stories that are out of this world. See you next time. You know, stories like this hit hard because they remind us how fragile trust really is. It's terrifying how someone can stand beside you every day, share your life, your home, and still lie straight to your face, then flip the script like they're the victim. This wasn't just about cheating. It was about manipulation, gaslighting, and cruelty disguised as love. And yet, in the end, truth found its voice. Not through yelling or revenge, but through quiet, undeniable proof. And that's what made this ending powerful. He didn't just survive betrayal, he rose above it. If this story hit home or made you think twice about the games people play with trust, give this video a like. Don't forget to subscribe for more real, raw stories that pull back the curtain on relationships and life. We want to hear from you. What's the most outrageous lie you've ever been told to cover up someone else's mistake? Drop your thoughts and stories in the comments below. You never know who might relate. Until next time, stay true, stay smart, and take care of your peace.